All right, we are live. We are live. Welcome to the Stand Up Model Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Taylor Mastelers. All right, you can call me Jay. All right, call me JT. You know. Fuck it, Justin Timberlake. No, you can call me Jordy. Jordy, like the boys in the rink call me Jordy. Fucking saucer deep, bud. Anything you feel that will get you more acquainted to myself, all right, you can call me. All right? Call me Jay, JT, Jordy, Jackass, anything you want, all right? But this is the Stand Up Model Podcast. What is that? What is that? You must ask. You think you're perfect, bro? You think you're perfect, bro? Stand Up Model. Get out of here. No. But hey, we stand here, we stand imperfect, That's what we embrace on this podcast. No one is perfect, okay? But we can try and we can be better, and that's what it's all about, my friends, okay? Each day, just being better, okay? Being a better you, all right? Without the little, more inspirational life quotes, I'm just trying to keep it loose, right? Keep it loose in the room, But furthermore, this is, episode 2. It's Friday, February 19th, 2021. I kind of want to hit on my little origin story, how I've grown into my role, I would say, as a very inspirational person. And I know that's, I want to be as humble as possible when I say that word inspirational, because I see it everywhere. I'm inspired by it. Honestly, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is really inspiring. Like I'll take it as inspiration, but I'm like, is it really though? Like, it's like Michael Jordan when he thinks of something just to make himself play better. It's like that, but just inspired. So it's not like, and I took that personally, but it's like, and I took that personally, but it's like positive vibes. It's just like, yeah, like anything I can take, I just eat it up, So last week's episode was dedicated to Black History Month, okay? And we're still in Black History Month. We're on February 19th. We're not far away. We'll probably do next week's episode with Matthias. Shout out Matt Lawrence. My brother! In fact, he's going to come back soon. This episode is solo. And I actually do have another individual, another Black History Month topic, another person to talk about. Bringing to light Albert Jackson's journey, okay? Now, Albert Jackson, he was born to an enslaved family in Delaware in 1857, okay? Now, take that in, all right? That's crazy to even think about. He was born, okay? Born into slavery. That's... Ugh. Some people, we face trials and tribulations throughout our life. You understand? We were born free, okay? Well, we think we are. Illuminati. No, we're born free, okay? This individual, Mr. Jackson, was born into slaved family, okay? That's so sickening. I don't know. Maybe it's my white guilt, but I feel like I can't even stand our history. Even, it's just, I digress. I have to continue before I just say something crazy. After being separated from his eldest siblings when they were sold into slavery, his family escaped to St. Catharines, Ontario on the Underground Railroad with her 7 children. So, Mrs. Jackson, Albert's mom, took it upon herself to escape through the Underground Railroad, a very huge movement that was happening at the time. At that time, black men only really got jobs in labor or service industries. Okay, and that's something to keep in mind, because in 1882, and the family was been in Canada through that Underground Railroad passage for quite some time. So it was in 1882 where Albert Jackson was hired as the first black letter carrier in Canada. Okay? Get that. The first. Imagine being your family and getting that. At the time, right? It's an honor. Yeah, get that. So he gets the job. Guys, I've got the job, and at that time, there's still laws that cast away minority, and they look at you different, but yet you want to be a part of it. And it really brings it breaks my heart, to be honest. It's even talking about it, but I want to, because it's growing me on a personal level talking about this stuff, because I'm white, right? So I've never really been really put under siege like that, because it is a siege throughout history. It's not just these moments, it's so much more. And I digress. Keep moving forward. Albert Jackson, so he was hired, first black letter carrier in Canada. Okay, so he's excited, he's about to take the job, he's going in, first day of work. Okay, you show up, got your lunch, you got your boots, spit shine clean. That's how I show up, fresh to death, you know what I'm saying? So you show up for work. Upon reporting for work at the Toronto General Post Office, he found his colleagues refused to train him and was demoted to a lesser position of hall porter just because of his race. First day, not so much, oh, you're not, you can't keep up. It's, no, you're black. I'm refused to train you. Whew. My guy. Flipping the script. Jackson's appointment as mail carrier became the hotly debated in the media. And it was until a delegation of black Torontonians advocated for his cause to Prime Minister Sir John A. Macdonald. Wow. Jackson was backed up by a group of black Torontonians. So, not focusing on, just a group of, doesn't really matter about race, but the community factor. They took it upon themselves to back him up, to advocate for him, to get his job back, to the Prime Minister. Okay? Whew. That's beautiful. If that doesn't touch your heartstrings, you have no soul. Albert Jackson served as letter carrier, so he got the job back. Because the advocation, the whole, the movement, the cause, and Sir John A. Macdonald acted, and he was reinstated to the role. So that's super, super blessed. And it just gets more heartfelt, because Albert Jackson, he served as letter carrier for another 36 years, until his untimely death in 1918. A note would be 2019, Jackson returned to legacy of delivering the mail, as Canada Post recognized his contributions through a postage stamp. Okay. So I see where that is. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful gesture, for a beautiful token of appreciation for someone who's demonstrated, the hardship of being a black man or being a black individual in societies that disregard that kind, among others. I'm not just, believe me, there's indigenous, Asian, just discriminatory, all around. But for this specific series I am talking about and dedicating to the disregard for the black American, the black Canadian, the black individual. It's quite sad, honestly. And I want to be better. That's what the whole podcast is about, right? I've never meant to be directly racist to anyone, or insincere to anyone, or caused hardship to anyone. I've never meant to do it, no matter what race, no matter what creed, color, orientation. It doesn't matter. So reading this, it really gives me, white guilt. Like I said, in a joking matter, but it does. It's quite disgusting, to be honest. the founders of the regulatory parties at hand to live through that. I could never really imagine living through that. I'd probably be outcast because I wouldn't agree with it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Like, I hear about these like only white water fountains, like, just to get off topic, but disgusting. How do you live like that? Oh, you gotta stay shut up. You gotta stay quiet because, it's the way it is. Absolutely not. You kidding me, man? Like, anyway, shout out to Albert Jackson. All right, like that's the main story, and I'm happy to hear that he got to live out his dream. But I wouldn't say dream, but he lived out the right that he had at the time. He had the right to show up for work and get trained. He had the right to deliver that mail, and they took that from him. They took that simple thing away from them and from him, and they didn't know how much that meant to even the family, let alone Albert. They didn't know. That could have meant the world to that family, being recognized on an equal level. But no, you had to draw you back again. Just like today, present day Americas. Okay, I'm tapping the table because I'm fierce. Present day America is always distinguishing equality. I heard some rumblings about the Canadian prison system getting some reform action, which brightens up a day, but honestly, there's so much more that can be done in all America's fronts, both in North America, United States, even everywhere. I'm not familiar elsewhere, obviously. It's my perspective of just living in North America, but so much more can be done, and so much more needs to be done. And I plan to just raise more awareness, and I'm trying. Okay, so if anyone takes offense to this, go fuck yourself. All right. Moving forward, I just want to go. So we're finished with that feature, but I really want to dive into a story, and it's about. And I don't mean to like overkill the race issue, but it's like I have this story about 5 years ago. Okay, so I started to do stand up comedy. Shout out the Coroner, Queen and John, Toronto. That was the first venue I've done stand up, like in an open mic. I'm still an open micer. Don't get it twisted. But I still have aspirations to go further in those art forms because I've done some classes like improv, acting, and I've done a stand-up class. Even though, personal opinion, I don't think it can be taught. I think you can do it, and it's just a form of crafting your ideas and your message and all these other things, but it can't be taught. If you got it, just run with it. I think that's my inner heart speaking, but anyway. So I have a couple open mics at the Corner. Shout out Joe. I bombed, but like so thrilling. So you feel so alive, you feel so good, like you're up there, and you're just thankful that someone's giving you the time, giving you the mic, giving you, a sense of gratitude. Like you want to tell a story that means something, okay? In the world of stand-up, I feel it comes from a sincere place. But moving forward, I was at Sheridan College. It was kind of like an Frosh Week type event. So they got a couple comics. They hired 3 comics they hired. And I was excited, okay? This is like a couple weeks after my first open mics. I'm like, oh, I'm going to like shoot this shit with these guys. I'm going to like pick their ear a bit. And it's kind of what happened. And so the first comic rolls into this like venue room that we have a mic set up in. I notice this guy, all right? I'm like, all right, that's the comic. It's one of them, right? So I go over to him and I start chatting, and he's like focused on his notes. He wants to get his set right. He might be like not new, but like it's a stressful like career choice in general. I digress. I'm not judging anyone, okay? But he doesn't really give me a 10. I'm like, okay, cool. The second guy comes, all right? The second comic. And again, he's, oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Like, he knows the other guy that he's doing